It's really great, especially because I got to learn throughout my life that the starting point is the best one. For sure, to reach great result is fantastic added value, but if you don't love the project, you're not gonna end it up with a big trophy in your hands. Therefore, I'm very excited about the opportunity to start once more with my friends in BMW Motorsports and with a beautiful beast, in my hands, like the new Z4. Well, of course, the aims is to try to compete. We all know that the car is competitive. The car has some strong points in his handling, in the fact that it's quite an agile machine. Of course, from my side, I've always been able to compete quite well in all the categories, all the category I previously competed. But of course, more recently, I had to deal with different problems, sort of unexpected after my accident. But it's really thanks to BMW and to all the development that has been done around here at BMW Motorsports that we've been able to create controls that allow me to once more compete to the best of my ability, reconnect, let's say, my brain to the rest of the car, and not worry so much about how powering the car or how braking and slowing the car down. Therefore, it'll take some work, no doubt about that, but I'm quite confident that by April 21st, which is when we're gonna be doing our first race in Nogaro, France, we should be more or less ready. Yeah, well, mainly is to find a way for me to operate the throttle mechanism and the brake and the clutch. Most of the stuff will be operated with controls positioned onto the steering wheel. Therefore, I will do most of all these operations with my hands. But still, we're planning to mount a special brake pedal, which will allow me to slow the car down with the movement of my hip. It is quite a simple mechanism, which seemed to be working well and efficiently in my previous experience in WTCC, and also when I drove the DTM car last year in October. We had that mechanism which was working beautifully, and is a sort of a second shoe which is mounted on the top of the brake pedal. That second shoe's purpose is to trap my foot, my prosthetical foot, the entire time, and basically just pressing down with my hip I can generate the pressure it takes to slow the car down. The fact that the Z4 GT3 car it's already electronically driven as far as throttle mechanism will certainly give us a big advantage, because it's just a question of putting a potentiometer onto the steering wheel, which will send out a signal, and that should make the throttle mechanism work well. And the clutch is a little bit more complicated, but from my last experience, which lasted until 2009, now you can find on the market mechanisms that can be electronically driven to power the clutch, like the one that is standard in the Formula 3 car or in the GP2 car, which could be easily adapted to this machine. And if this will not satisfy our needs, I'm sure that around here in Munich, with all the smart and clever brains they have around, we can get get the problem solved. Well, of course, it all leads to hoping to get good results, to enjoy again the taste of the champagne on the highest step of the podium, to celebrate with your friends. But really, it's what will lead us to that, hopefully, to that point, the enjoyable part. Therefore, as I said before, is the project which really matters. To achieve it or not, let me say that is relatively important. Of course, every one and then you need to cash a good result. Otherwise, it's very difficult not only to maintain your confidence, but to actually raise your confidence and motivation to try to go further. But that was the case in WTCC. You know, when I started with BMW Motorsports, my adventure, nobody was confident that down the road, you know, I could score, not say race wins, but even podiums or even World Championship points. And we proved that we were right, that we were not overconfident in believing that result possible. I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot guarantee you that throughout the course of the season I will win a race, but I'm certainly going to try. And I know that around here in Munich, all the people are very confident that this result is not a dream. It can be achieved.